It was common practice in Ithoro to keep salt crystals around the house, as it provided protection against specters and ghosts. However, this wasn't always the case. It took one unusual Ifuwan to discover this. Good evening, Ifuwans. I'm Lady Alexis, and welcome to Manor Sous-sol. I am an Ifuwan from the ancient town of Ithoro, of which I will tell you the story of my people. Tonight's tale is about the Arch-Alchemist of Ithoro, Vontel Bowden. So take it with a grain of salt and enjoy. Vontel Bowden came from a long line of Ithoro alchemists. His parents broke away from alchemy and opened a clock shop in Rivertown on the large bridge. At the time, watches were in higher demand because most alchemical knowledge and traditions had been watered down through the ages. Potions were seen more as a gimmick by the public. Despite this, the highlight of Vontel's childhood was his regular visits to his grandparents' apothecary. It was there he grew fascination with alchemy, medicine, and anatomy. He dreamed of becoming a doctor. While Ifuwans his age read adventure comics such as super explorer Vigil Warren, Vontel pored over the centuries-old medical and alchemical tomes in his grandparents' basement. When he was able to attend the government-run medical school, he was appalled by the malpractices they were teaching their students. Methods such as using leeches, arsenic, mercury, and a load of laxatives were highly encouraged in Ithoro's medical field. But Vontel's study of alchemy proved such methods were dangerous and not effective. His methods, like cleaning all his tools between uses and preventing blood loss, was treated as eccentric and obsessive by his instructor and peers. Due to the many disagreements and arguments with his professor, he was expelled. Disheartened, he continued to work at his parents' clock shop and continued to practice alchemy in secret. To cheer him up, his grandmother gave him a large salt crystal. She claimed it repelled dust and bad energy. Vontel found he still had the dust, but it also left puddles of salt water wherever he placed it. He discovered this the hard way when a saltwater puddle shorted out an expensive piece of electronic lab equipment. Over the years, Vontel's hard work and study was slowly paying off. The people of Ithoro no longer considered potions to be a gimmick. This caught the attention of the Necro Guild. One evening, while Vontel was cleaning up another saltwater puddle in his lab, a spectre wolf leapt inside through an open window. In a moment of panic, Vontel threw the salt crystal at the wolf. The spectre wolf dissolved into a glob of ectoplasm. So, it would seem the salt crystal repelled ghosts, not dust. This discovery caught the attention of the Necromancy Investigation Corps, who also acknowledged Vontel's skill in alchemy and medicine. Vontel became the NIC's official Arch-Alchemist, or Archemist, as he came to be known. Since then, the NIC agents carried daggers made of salt to fight against the necromancer's spectre wolves. The agents' pants would become wet with salt water. The NIC had to quickly develop a special scabbard that prevented the salt from collecting humidity. But it was too late to stop the rumors that the NIC agents had bladder issues. That brief time period had become known as the Leaky Weeks. Archemists' rise in prominence became an even greater threat to the Necro Guild. They sent their top assassin to kill Archemist. The assassin sabotaged one of Archemist's experiments, causing a massive explosion, taking the clock shop and the Rivertown Bridge with it. Hundreds of Ifuwans were killed in the bridge collapse, including Archemist's family. Archemist survived the attack. He blamed himself for the disaster, not knowing it was sabotage. After a lengthy recovery from his head injury, Archemist opened his own apothecary. With the help of a top agent at the NIC, he was able to erase his real name and only went by Archemist the rest of his life. Only a couple of people knew his real name. To hide his identity and connection to the NIC, he sold perfumes and essential oils to the public. In the back of his shop, he secretly tended to wounded agents and made potions and poisons to help the NIC in their fight against the Necro Guild. But his favorite endeavor, however, was the speakeasy he opened, the Tend To.
Before you go, I want to thank all of you who have subscribed to my channel. It means a lot to me, and if you haven't subscribed already, please do. Also, I would like to give a huge shout out to my Patreon support. If you like what you see, consider joining my Patreon. If you don't like what you see, well, join my Patreon so I can improve. I really enjoyed your company, and I hope you liked hearing about Archemist. Feel free to come visit me anytime at Manor Sous-sol. I would love to share with you more stories. And until next time, Ifuans, always carry some salt. You never know when you might need the element of surprise.